Afternoon, evening, folkers. Snapzilla Gorilla, aka The Definition, kicking y'all off with a video again. So this is in regards to that Relief Act that was just passed by the Congress. Okay, that stimulus package that means to give most Americans $1,200 and their kids $500 each. Okay, I want you guys to understand what just happened. We just increased the debt. All right, we increased our debt. This money that they're giving us, and that they're giving these small businesses and big businesses, that's not free money. Okay, that's money being given to us, being injected by the Federal Reserve, and there's nothing of substance to back the money that they're putting into this. $2 trillion. They're going to have to print money just to make up for that, and the money they're printing is backed by nothing except for us, our hard work, our labor and energies. We are the ones who are going to have to pay for this. The taxpayers, not the politicians that voted this in the law, not anyone but us, and our children, and our children's children. It's transgenerational debt slavery. That's what it is. It's going to continue on and on and on and on. And this is what they're going to continue to do as long as the Federal Reserve is online. This is what they've been doing. They inject the markets artificially to bolster the economy. But at the end of the day, all that's going to do is put us further into debt. Point blank, period. So yeah, what that means is hyperinflation. Everything is going to cost much more money. Everything. Our food, our water, milk, gas, everything. Everything is going to cost way more money. Okay, this is a problem. But also, what this whole thing is doing is setting us up. This whole thing with the COVID-19. It's not just doing this with the economy, right? It's not just going to increase inflation. It's going to destroy the dollar, and then they're going to introduce a cryptocurrency that everyone's going to have to use in order to function in society, and that's going to further constrict us under the chains of enslavement. People don't see it because they're desperate. See, they shut down the businesses. They millions of people become unemployed within weeks, and people are desperate, so they're going along with it. Okay, and I understand. A lot of people are hurting right now. A lot of people are going to be hurting this month coming up, when rent's due, and I understand that. But what they should have done is let the businesses stay open. There was no reason to shut down the businesses. This whole thing with the COVID-19 I feel is way overblown. Okay, they don't react like this over the flu. They don't react like this to anything else that kills you in this country. There are hundreds of things that kill you way more than COVID-19. All right. So, and what this is also going to do, they want this whole lockdown thing to happen every single year. All right. This will get us further used to living in a socialist country where they control everything, where they control our jobs, they control the cost, they control everything. And just so you guys know, this whole thing is multi-pronged. That Production Act that Trump, the executive order, the emergency production, or I forgot what it's called, where I don't think you guys understand what that means for businesses. What that act does, if he actually uses it, he already signed the executive order. If he decides to use it to compel companies to produce for the government, then they will have to accept whatever the government feels like they want to pay. So there will be no bidding on whatever project the government has you do. If they want you to make face masks for a certain amount, they can compel you to make them for that amount, and you won't have any room to negotiate. Y'all are not understanding the level of tyranny that's going on here. Trump is more than willing to compel companies to produce at a price the government dictates. Okay? That's what that means. All right? Now, he signed it under the auspices of, producing in this country, creating products and manufacturing, all that stuff. And they're saying that companies have come forward to voluntarily produce this equipment and things that are needed to combat the COVID-19. But make no mistake, if that didn't happen, because these companies don't understand what this whole executive order means. All right, they think they're doing the right thing by the country. They think that they're committing heroic actions, and in the way they are, because they want to help. They want to help combat an invisible enemy that is really not that dangerous. It's not as dangerous as they're making it out to be. But the government is way more than willing to compel companies to manufacture goods and services for them for whatever cost. It's another grip. That's another chain in a link of enslavement. So what's going to happen? Price is going to go up. Well, for what I understand, the dollar value, the value of the dollar might go up for a little bit, and then it's going to crash. It's going to come tumbling down, and everything is going to cost so much money until they introduce this digital currency. Okay, that's what they want. They want you to be on digital currency so that you have to go through them for everything, so they know exactly what you're buying, how much you're buying, when you're buying it. There's going to be a digital record of everything you purchase. And also, some of these companies, some of these retail companies, grocery stores, are not accepting paper currency. All right, so that's another avenue at which they're going to attain control. Now, these companies are not going to accept paper money. Everything's going to have to be on credit. What does that mean? Everything's going to be digitized. And what does that mean when everything is digitized? Everything is recorded. All right? Your medical record is going to be recorded. Your vaccine record is going to be recorded. You're not going to be able to do anything without this ID 2020 thing. All right? And everything is going to be on that ID 2020 until they can get all the chips under people's skin, in their hand, or whatever the case may be. I told you guys to go watch Demolition Man. That's where we're headed. Everything you do is going to be logged. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be scrutinized. It's going to be analyzed. They're going to create algorithms to predict your every move. Everything you do is going to be manipulated. They're going to have a finger poking around in the mass of your brain. And Trump is instrumental in helping that happen. Helping make that happen. Okay? Another thing. There is a theory going around that they shut down the schools and all these businesses so that they can install 5G. And the 5G is going to be the last piece of the puzzle of control, okay? And population control, and essentially being able to kill anybody whenever you want. Directed energy weapons, direct, you know what I mean? Direct beam formations, all that stuff. That's going to happen with the 5G, okay? And, like I said, I've been working in the schools, and I have not seen anybody in there specifically installing Wi-Fi or any type of wireless communication devices or anything like that. But what I have seen, and I'm going to put a picture in the thumbnail of the wireless access point in several classrooms that I had gone into. Several of those classrooms are missing wireless access points. The wire mold and the brackets that hold the wireless access points are there. The housing, right? The housing is there, but the actual part that, the bottom is missing. What does that mean? What could they be doing with that? Are they going to replace it with an upgraded model of a wireless access point? That may very well be. It's going to be a big undertaking. They're going to need a lot of time to do that. And for what I understand, Trump just signed an executive order that would put restrictions on 5G to a degree. But look, wireless access points are missing out of classrooms from what I've seen and that I've recorded. I have pictures. Like I said, I'll post those. So we are in an age of an Orwellian nightmare, okay? And this whole thing with the COVID-19, the way that they rolled this out, the COVID-19, telling you that it's more dangerous than the flu, even and more deadly, and it spreads at a faster rate, kills at a higher rate, even though they've been saying that, it's clearly a lie. They're deliberately lying to us and not even trying to hide it, and we're still going for the okie doke. So, I mean, I would like to know if there's anybody out there that has witnessed or know anyone that has been, hit with the COVID-19 or tested positive with an actual test. I'm not talking about a diagnostic test. I'm talking about an actual test where they swab you and all that stuff. I have yet to meet anybody firsthand that has been tested positive for COVID-19 that is not being diagnostic. Okay? What are we going to do? Are we going to demand to have our freedoms back? Or are we going to continue to give up our freedoms for a little bit of comfort, for a little bit of safety, for a so-called security? We have a decision to make. I know what I decide. Anyway, y'all, I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And as more news comes out in regards to COVID-19 and things like that, I'll get at y'all with it. Okay? Much love to y'all. Holler at y'all later.